So we're going to do this segment today on gout. It's a question a lot of people have. What can I do as I face, what can I take for gout? That's a very common question. Now remember, I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose, prescribe, treat illnesses. And I don't link Soul's products, which is what I talk about all the time in this forum, with illnesses either. So I'm sharing information that will help you make a decision so that you can be empowered with what you need to know about your body to make the best decision. Because I continue to believe, and I'm a big promoter of the fact that no one will take care of our health better than we will. So when we get this diagnosis of gout, the medical profession tells us we have gout. What can we do, right? That's the question. That's actually the wrong question already. Because if that's the way you're looking at your body, you're already thinking of addressing it by illnesses. And that is definitely the incorrect way to look at the body. We always want to think of anything that's happening into my body as, why is it happening? You've heard me use this illustration in the past. It's like when I have something stuck in my shoe, a pebble, a piece of metal, I am not going to say, well, I know I have that in there, but the easiest thing here for the pain is to take a pill, take an Advil, take something for the pain. No, right? That's not what you do. You shake that off. You take off that shoe, you shake it off because you're addressing, your desire is to address the root of the pain that you're having in your foot. So when we address things that are going on in the body, it's never by symptom because it's never going to go away that way. I want to find out what is causing the issue, because if I can find out what's causing the issue, I'm addressing it the right way. So with that in mind, let's talk about the way traditional Chinese medicine looks at this issue. Why do we use Chinese medicine? Because it's the oldest, first medicine that was used before the medical profession decided that they were the only ones that knew how to do things. So it is something that has been around for 4,000 years very successfully. Now, what do they teach regarding this diagnosis of gout? The medical profession here in the States will tell us that that is an excess of uric acid in the body. And our question should always be, why am I having that excess? Because I don't see everybody walking around with gout, right? I don't see everyone with that diagnosis. So when I get it, when I have that diagnosis, what does it mean? Well, it means my body isn't removing uric acid from it. What is the organ in the body responsible to remove it? The kidneys. So if the kidneys are not doing their work, what does that mean? In Chinese medicine, they teach you that if you wake up with pain and you feel like you're a dry tree in the mornings, or you begin to have aches and pains in every joint that you have in your body. So my shoulder, my knees, my ankles, my wrists, my joints, wherever you have joints, it's already an indication that the water element is off in your body. And Chinese medicine teaches that that has to do with your kidneys. So right away, I know, okay, I have to address my kidneys. If I take care of my kidneys, life will get better. This symptom, as I know it, is going to go away because my body has this amazing, beautiful ability to heal itself if it has what it needs. So if it's the kidneys, we immediately think water. Yeah, I need more water. And that's true. And while maybe 30, 40 years ago, it could have been fine to just drink water, today it is not, because water does not have what it gave us 30 years ago. We don't have the minerals. That's the truth. So I need to think of drinks, whole plants that are going to come into the body, preferably in water, so that I can flush the kidneys and so I can give the body what it needs. In fact, once my kidneys aren't working the way they should, I'm already having issues at a colon level. So think, how many bowel movements a day are you having? Are they regular? Are they abundant? Are you filling the toilet? Because that's one of the things that you need to see happen. So I'm working on my bowel movements when I have this diagnosis of any pain. Gout presents itself in the toe, but it can be in other areas of the body. It can be in the wrists. It can be in the ankles. It can be in joints. And so remember, and the body will always give you like little whispers before it roars at you, before it really gets angry at you. So listen to those. Don't wait until that pain that you started to have gets so bad, you're desperate. And now you're willing to do Okay, give me the cortisone shot, give me the steroids, give me whatever. I don't care what I pump into my body. So be very aware of your body. What is going on? How am I feeling? Do I have a pain? All pain in the body will always be an indication that your kidneys, that the water element is off, that I need to give attention to my kidneys. So that means now I have to work on my colon, and your liver is already affected. But how do I start to work on these? Well, I have to change my eating habits, definitely. I have to look at my plate from now on when I eat and make sure, gosh, it should be like this anyway, and make sure that 3/4 of what's in there is raw, at the very least half. Now that doesn't happen today, and I don't mean raw meat, right? Just in case, I don't mean raw meat. So raw veggies, raw fruits, and I'm not having fruits in my plate with the rest of my food, because my fruits should be snacks during the day on an empty stomach. That's the way they work best. If I eat fruits as dessert, they're gonna ferment with the food that I ate before, waiting for that food to digest. Believe it or not, the stomach does digest in the order it receives food. So I don't want fruits as desserts. I always want them to snack on during the day, preferably one fruit at a time. But I need a lot of fruits because I need a lot of raw roughage coming in to help my colon and to help my kidneys. And I need a lot of raw veggies. So when you think of veggies, don't think of stir frying them, think of these veggies can be eaten raw. And now I have to have them every time I eat so that I have a change in my eating style. I'm not looking for the miracle program that's going to come in and get rid of this diagnosis that I was given of gout. No, and that's what we want a lot of the times. Where's that magic pill so life can continue? No, how about we listen to what is causing it, because what is causing it is all I've been eating wrong, all the red meat I've been eating, all the carbs I've been eating, all the pasta, all the breads, all the, no water, I'm not sleeping on time, I'm not exercising. It's a huge amount of things that are like a tsunami, and I want to take a program from Soul and be fine. Doesn't work that way. So change your eating habits. Now we've talked about how to change them. Very important to drink more water, like we said. Half of your weight in ounces is what you drink. You've heard me say that before. You weigh 200 pounds, half of that is 100 ounces. Especially if you exercise or you live in a hot area. You probably need more water. If you don't, then you probably need less, but that gives you an idea of how much water I need a day. So it's not 8 glasses clear across the counter for everybody, because I'm not gonna give that to a baby, obviously. So more water, change of eating style. I need to make sure I'm asleep at the right time, because when I'm not, I'm stressing my adrenals. My adrenals are gonna stress my kidneys. I'm gonna have a huge amount of other issues. So it's not just I need to sleep 8 hours, it's I need to be asleep, dead to the world by 11. So by 10, things should shut down so that you can begin to be asleep at the right time. 10:30, we should be in bed. We all need to practice that because we get away from it sometimes. Because stress is a huge promoter of this diagnosis. When people have gout and they have more stress, they can never get away from this. Why? Because stress causes inflammation, and gout is the diagnosis from the medical profession, but it's a result of inflammation in the body. Uric acid, that's staying on these areas, fat toe included, and causing inflammation. So I change my eating habit, I drink more water, I go to sleep at the right time. Now, when is it that the kidneys are working and filtering our blood? They do it from 5 to 7 o'clock at night. So if you're the type of person that at 5 o'clock you're stuck in traffic, you're stressing yourself. And that's most of us, isn't that the case? 5 to 7 o'clock is the time to cook, to get a massage, to do a brisk, nice walk, to do maybe some light exercise. It's me time. That's me time. It's me and my family time. It's not time to be adding work. It's not time to be going out there and doing something else for someone else. You can do that later. The kidneys filter their blood during that time. You need to be de-stressed so that this happens best. So that is what we're working towards all the time. Remember, that's the time frame when a lot of people that have gout are still working. When a lot of people that have these aches and pains are still in some type of stressful job where they are just nonstop. So start making these changes and understand the way the body works, because when we work with the body instead of working against it, we're going to be more successful at everything that we do. So we've talked about change of eating, we've talked about more drinking, we've talked about water, we've talked about going to sleep at the right time, we've talked about exercising. What can I use from Soul? Because now I'm making all these changes. So now it's not going to feel like a tsunami against these products. Now I'm coming down to, okay, now the products are going to work better. Because I hear a lot of people that say, oh, that doesn't work. It's not fixing me. It's not fixing you because that's not a magic bullet. You need to do a program. You need to make other changes. So I love package number 8 that Soul has. It's the package I would use if I had a gout diagnosis, or if I had any kind of diagnosis where there's pain in my body and it's being diagnosed. However, I'm going to use package number 8 because it has a lot of goodies in there to address that issue. And I would use that probably 1 month and alternate it with package number 2 or 3. Package number 2 already has adaptable. Package number 3 does not. And if you don't know the packages I'm talking about, it's only easier to mention them that way. So leave a question here or a comment on the comment section, and I'll answer you any questions you have regarding what I'm not saying too clearly in this live video or in this YouTube video if you catch it on YouTube. So remember, I would take package number 8 and I would add adaptable to it, because I'm dealing with something that only gets worse when there's too much stress. So while I make changes in my life, I'm also going to add a combination of plants that are going to help me deal better with stress. And listen to your body. Don't wait until you have an advanced diagnosis of something. If you learn to listen to your body and work with it and help it and understand how it works, you'll be better empowered to make better decisions. And always look for options before the decision to take medicine, because a lot of the times just taking a break from food is going to help you when you have this diagnosis. That's another thought I tell many of my clients. The minute you have this diagnosis or you have that pain, let's say you haven't been diagnosed yet, just stop eating for 3 days. Drink. Not drink, just anything. Drink. Have your Soul drinks all the time. Double and triple up on them for 3 days. If you think that your job is too high and you're not going to be able to handle it with just fasting for 3 days, then just make sure you're only having raw fruits or raw vegetables during those 3 days. But the best thing to do is to literally give your body a break, because then your body will use that time to strengthen those kidneys and move that uric acid out, versus trying to help you digest food and use energy, splitting energy between two things. So always give your body a break. Some of the best recommendations will always be, when you are really sick, stop eating for 3 days, and you'll see that your body has a better chance to recuperate. That's definitely what I would do. Anyway, come back for our next segment. Hope you enjoyed this one.